Ukraine continues striking Russia's Black Sea fleet with the help of Western weapons.
Ukraine's intelligence said that the Russian occupiers have begun to mine critical infrastructure in the occupied Kherson region.
The current situation in Avdiivka is rather difficult.
So, what's going on at the front line of the Russia-Ukrainian war?
On November 4, the armed forces of Ukraine launched a high-precision missile attack on the Zalyv shipping building plant in Kerch, where the small missile ship SCALPS was damaged.
So now here you see SCALPS before the Russian Federation began its full-scale invasion, September 2021. SCALPS is launched, and this is the very moment of the attack on SCALPS. This is the first photos of this SCALPS after the Ukrainian missile strike. It is still afloat, but its upper part is visibly damaged. The ship SCALPS was docked. It was supposed to be commissioned in December of this year.
SCALPS is a carrier of Caliber-type cruise missiles, which are used for attacks on the civilian infrastructure of Ukraine.
And so the Russians acknowledged the fact of hitting the Zalyv shipyard and temporarily blocked traffic on the Crimean bridge.
And the photo of the burning Zalyv shipyard leaves no doubt that a fire of such magnitude could only have occurred as a result of a direct missile hit.
And most likely French SCALPS EG cruise missiles were used.
The plant is one of the largest shipping building enterprises in Eastern Europe, and since 2020 the Russians have started building aircraft carriers for the Russian Navy at the Zalyv base.
Thanks to the help from the West, the armed force of Ukraine got the opportunity to hit military facilities at any point of temporarily occupied Crimean Peninsula.
You understand that missile carriers of the Black Sea Fleet of the Russian Federation are used to launch strikes on infrastructure of Ukrainian cities and infrastructure facilities. Therefore, they are an instrument of terror on the part of the Russian Federation.
The armed forces of Ukraine are capable of completely destroying the military combat potential of the Black Sea Fleet of Russia. And all that is needed for this is a stable supply of modern Western weapons.
Russian air defense systems are not capable of effectively intercepting Western types of missiles. They can't, prevent it.
Yep. This attack by the armed force of Ukraine on the Zalyv is another defeat for the Russians. And now, the current situation at the front. Briefly, left bank of Kherson Oblast, Kherson Region. Our soldiers are doing incredibly cool thing there. The armed forces of Ukraine are expanding their bridgehead on the left bank of the Kherson region in the Krinky region, and are having success near Pitstepne on the left bank on the river Dnipro.
Our troops have started moving armed vehicles to new frontiers.
Across the river. They succeeded in this thanks to the powerful work of FPV drones and the electronic warfare dome that operate from the islands on the Dnipro and from the right bank of the Dnipro River. The main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine reports that the Russian occupiers have begun to mine critical infrastructure in the occupied Kherson region on the left bank.
Yes, and according to the agency, the enemy is burying explosives, under the earth near stationary gas control points, electrical substations, and critical infrastructure facilities.
The corresponding actions of the occupiers testify to their probable intention to destroy elements of critical infrastructure when they have to retreat, said Defense Intelligence of Ukraine.
The situation in Avdiivka is difficult. Reinforcements are needed, and it is necessary to counteract the expansion of the occupiers' bridgehead.
In the direction of the Stepove, the enemy was able to gain a foothold from the north of the Avdiivka, to foothold in two areas west of the railway.
In the area of Avdiivka coke plant, the enemy still did not manage to gain a foothold on the outskirts of the plant, and the subterfuges are controlled by our fire.
At the same time, journalist Yuri Butusov warns that the enemy will once again try to attack the city directly and break through to the north and south of the city, like this, like Jews.
Avdiivka is in immediate need of ammunition and additional fresh and controlled reserves unit.
The head of the city military administration, Vitaly Barabash, says that the occupiers are preparing for the third wave of attack on Avdiivka, which is, expected when the weather improves now, because there's very rainy weather now in Ukraine and near Avdiivka.
That's all for today, dear friends. Please write your comments right under this video.
And for sure, will give us your like, it will be very cool, and subscribe to our channel if you want to get objective information about Ukraine, our inner politics, and situation on the front line of the Russia-Ukrainian war.